I look like an egg. I am an avid journaler. I have about literally 60 journals, I want to say, in the past like 3 years. I am obsessed with journaling, okay? It helps me in every single way. Highly recommend it to anyone who wants a spiritual journey and a spiritual awakening, to see themselves, have a relationship with themselves, hear God. It changes your life in the best way. I've written some notes. I want to talk about 5 things you can do to change your current reality and paradigm. Now, first things first, you don't need to try and change. That literally contradicts everything. Why? That's so stupid. What do you mean? What I mean is you don't need to try and resist. You need to be showing love to who you are right now, because when you accept where you are right now, you then open yourself up to more. It's when you're trying to resist where you are right now that it doesn't work, because you are in resistance, you're fighting, you're against. When you're against something, like 2 magnets repel. You know what I mean? Be at one. Be at one. It's okay where you are right now. This is information. It's information. It tells us everything we need to know, and that's a good thing, because where we are right now, even if it's not where you need to be, is the information you need to get where you need to be, if that makes sense. We all have a paradigm, right? So we all have beliefs and stories that we've told ourselves from our past, from how our parents have parented us, from our environment growing up. We all have a different paradigm, and I found this so interesting. I can't even tell you. Like, you know when you meet someone's parents and they're like, everything makes sense. You're like, I get it. I get it. It's our paradigm. We all have a paradigm in us. It's our beliefs stored, what we believe is true, what we believe is possible, I mean, it's so much more. I'll put some info on screen, but we all have a paradigm. And to change that paradigm, we need repetition, because repetition is what has built our paradigm anyway. These beliefs are programmed into us. We are literally a computer, and we're programmed, right? Over time, over our life. And we're programmed from young. I'm talking young. I've done so much research on this because it's so interesting to me. We are literally programmed like a computer from young. And that involves our beliefs, our feelings, how we approach situations, how we feel in certain situations. Like, nothing is just random. Nothing is random. Our paradigm is containing this information. So to access our paradigm, our current paradigm, we kind of have to look at what our reality is right now, how we respond, how we react, and it's repetition that changes this. It's repetition, and it's so hard to change because it's in our subconscious mind. It's not in our conscious mind, and our subconscious mind is 95% of our behavior. I just need to say that again. 95%. This blows my freaking mind, because a lot of our subconscious beliefs and behaviours is not even ours. It's what we learn, it's what we're taught, it's what we experienced, it's what we were dealt, and it's not even us. It's not even ours. So think about that, because that is mental. 95% of our behaviour is our subconscious mind. Anyway, I use this app, right? It's called Parrot. Download it if you want to use it. You can literally record yourself speaking affirmations or words, and you can listen to them back, and I'm telling you now, it programs your brain, it reprograms your brain. However, you have to feel it too. So what I recommend doing is using these subliminals while you're falling to sleep, because your brain is in the state where your subconscious mind is wide open. So this information can enter, and it really does. I can't explain. I was doing this so much. I do this before an interview. When I used to do sales, I used to literally program my mind, telling myself information, and reprogramming a new personality, and reprogramming a new self, because it works. Like, you can literally reprogram yourself. If you're not a confident person, you can become a confident person. It's all in the subconscious mind. If you don't want to record your own, I have a collection of subliminals for inner child healing and becoming the new self, becoming your highest self, and I have this in my shop, and I will put it down below. 10 pre-recorded 15-minute long affirmations. Maybe I read out the ones that I've done, because this will help give you an idea. Rest, little me, emotional regulation, rewiring, feminine energy, thought regulation, calm inner child, boundaries, self-worth, and surrender. These are so important to help your inner child feel safe and help you actually become who you want to be, because when our inner child doesn't feel safe, we again are resisting, we're in resistance. We're constantly in a state of insecurity, and that can lead to stress, anxiety, more things. So it's really about releasing the fear, because what we need to do is not try and be someone else, it's to undo certain parts of who we are right now, because who we are is not necessarily who we are. we can be told so many things, we can be programmed, and it's not exactly who we are. So I love to ask myself the question, who were you before the world told you who to be? And it's so true. Less fear, more surrender. It's about feminine softness, intuition, like tapping into your intuition, who you really are. It's about healing attachment wounds, receiving love and worthiness, because a lot about what you're receiving is your comfortability with receiving and receiving love. Because I used to be someone who would not receive love, and I could not receive it. I would reject love, I would reject help, I would reject anything, because I felt so like I can do this alone. It was like my heart was closed. I was in resistance to anyone showing me love. Love is receiving. You have to be able to receive, you know? Like if we're in a state of rejection, but we want things, but we're rejecting help, that doesn't quite add up, because we're not open to receiving, you know? And receiving is how we receive. It's how we receive things. It's about being open and having an open heart. I've also put on there boundaries, self-trust and safety, because self-trust is a big one, and it's about building that trust with yourself and feeling safe within yourself, because for so long, again, I felt so unsafe in myself. I just didn't even want to be in my body. So I want to help people feel safe in themselves and open them up to a wider reality and who they really are underneath what they were dealt, and basically becoming who you are before the world got hold of you. It's so important to me. I'm obsessed with this. Anyway, I've also included frequencies, so different heart frequencies, like the heart chakra, frequencies like 432 for feeling triggered. So these are all like hertz frequencies, and yeah, they just help relaxation. So if you want pre-records, go to my bio, I've got you. But equally, if you don't and you want to record your own, totally fine. Use Parrot, it's amazing, it's so good, and you can literally have it on repeat like all night, and it's just amazing. Affirmations, journaling, speaking to your inner child, and it's also about not even figuring out who you want to be, but undoing who you're not. You know, when you have a cup and you're filling the cup with water, there's only so much the cup can take. So it's really about emptying our cup already, what's in our cup already, so we can have a bigger cup, and we can, you know, because if you put too much water in a cup that's too small, it's going to overflow. You can't retain it. So it's about expanding your cup, expanding your capacity to hold more, and that really is about emptying what is not yours so more can come in, because that is really how more can come in and how you can experience a new self. You do have to let go in order for more to come in. So I hope this helps. Try the subliminals, try recording. Another thing that's really hard to do if you have been someone who has been hypervigilant is rest, because rest seems so useless. It seems like an absolute waste of time, but I'm telling you, it is literally everything. And when you give yourself permission to rest, your brain will then move. So it will move from stagnance, it will move and it will flow, and you will see. I'm also just going to put this on screen. This is this is to do with the nervous system, and it really shows where you are, because a lot of this work is to do with our nervous system, because we can be in red mode, amber mode or green mode, and it depends it depends where we are to sort of like how much you can actually change, because we can't change if our nervous system is in fight or flight. So I really want to put this on screen because this saved me in so many ways to do nervous system regulation. I cannot explain the impact of this work. I cannot physically explain. I am speechless at nervous system regulation work. I am speechless. I could cry about it. I don't want to overload information, because overloading information isn't good either, but nervous system, I feel like someone needs to hear that. nervous system. I'm going to put more details in the bio. I hope this helps, and you don't need to try and change. You just need to undo a few things. Awareness and releasing, and it's just the will to want to see a different self and be someone different, because you could get to the point where you have to become someone different. You can't stay the same. And if you're someone who is literally in that like high stress fight or flight, I understand, trust me, I understand. And that is like the key to begin this nervous system work. And you can do inner child healing, you can do nervous system work, you can do yoga, you can do somatic work, you can do energy work. There's videos online about nervous system regulation. I'll put one in the bio. You can do it with your ear if you're like on the go and you're in high stress. But this is great. It's about the nervous system. Maybe changing our inner state could change our entire world without shifting a single thing. This is from my book, How to Hear God. One of my chapters is called Why Noise Blocks Connection, and it really is that, because noise will keep us blocked from receiving and will keep us blocked from seeing. So the noise we have and our nervous system is where everything lies, and it's where we can open ourselves up. So yeah, I hope that helped. This is my book. If you want to grab it, it's below. You can also message me, and I'm sending you so much love. Love you.